backstory. The back two tires of my truck are dry rotted, and the repair shop will not take card. So I have to write a check.
Okay. So I assume then you're just gonna like drop it in the drop box overnight kind of thing?
I guess. Whatever they tell me to do.
Okay, all right. I was like, who writes checks now? Okay, I've got you. Yeah, well, let me help. Do you have checks?
They're coming in the mail.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, but I sent you examples. Are those blank?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, okay. Let's just do it that way. Let me look at one. I don't even know where mine are either. Okay. So intuitively, where would you start writing a check at? Looking at it.
Probably the date, because it's in the top right corner.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and write the date.
Okay. Can I just do like how I normally write the date? Is that like official?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, think about the size of the box. So what?
Kind of big.
Oh. You think so? You think you could write the whole date there legibly?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go with the, just, I don't even know today's date. The 19th?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And now
what? Paid to the order of.
Okay. That's kind of weird wording. What do you think that means?
Paid to the order of. Like paying to who's getting the money?
Correct.
Okay.
So in your case, who's getting the money?
Would I put like the name of the repair shop?
Is that who's getting the money?
Yes.
Okay.
No, maybe.
What do you think?
Maybe the name of whoever's doing it.
Okay, that's a good thought.
Okay.
My advice to you would be, it depends. And what it depends on is who is going to be cashing the check. So the only way to know that, what do you brainstorm with me some ways you think you could find out who's going to cash the check?
Maybe call them.
Okay.
And
what
ask. Maybe they have like a sign in their like desk, on their desk, saying how to write their checks.
That is, I know you laugh, but that's correct. Most places will have, think about, where are some places that you go that take checks? Or where are some places that you've seen checks are accepted?
Like the grocery store.
Okay. Where else?
Like paychecks. People getting checks from their work.
Yep, that's a good one. what about order forms when you order something from school or t-shirts? Can you picture one of those forms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what does it usually say? What tells you that you can write a check?
It's like written at the bottom, and it'll say like on checks write this.
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes you see it as make checks
Out to.
Very good. So today we'll just write it down as an example, just to get in some good practice. But for when you go to the repair shop, look for that sign. And if then you don't see the sign, check their website. If you don't see it on their website, ask them. Be like, hey, I'm going to write you a check. What do I make my check out to? Work for you?
Yeah.
So for now, I mean, generally it's either going to be the owner of the shop or the name of the shop. Okay. All right, moving on. Where are we going next?
Probably this dollar sign right next to it.
Okay.
The amount.
Mm-hmm.
Money.
And what notation are you going to write that in?
Numbers?
Think about the size of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say, how much are your tires going to cost? Have you looked into it yet?
Maybe like 50 each, so like 100.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got that? Perfect. Okay. Now, I think we've got a couple lines left. I think there's 3 left.
Yes.
Where are you heading next?
This line beneath it.
Okay. And what do you see on that line?
Nothing.
Okay. What are some things that might get written on that line?
I have no idea.
Okay. What other information do you think the bank needs before they can exchange this piece of paper for money?
Maybe they want to double check the money.
Okay, that's a really good point, right? Because mistakes happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fraud happens. So what's another way we could write the money?
With words.
Words seems silly to.
Yes.
So go ahead and write that. Okay, what you got?
$100.
Okay. Let me see. Now, what is written in print behind the line?
Mine doesn't have anything.
So when you get your check from the bank, it's gonna say dollars already.
Okay.
So grab a different check, another blank one. Use your imagination and pretend that that's there. What does that change about what you do?
Just write 100.
So we talked about fraud. So if you just write 100, what are some things that could happen? Take yourself out of Isabel's brain, put yourself in a criminal's brain. You find that check laying on the ground outside the repair shop. What types of things might you do with it?
Like 100,000.
And you could just write that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what might we do to keep criminals from doing stuff like that?
Write bigger?
Not a bad idea. But if we write bigger and it's in that skinny space, what might happen?
Run out of room.
Yeah. Or it might be hard to read.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Like scribble out the rest of this piece.
So that's going to get a little messy. That could get a little messy going fast. What could we do? Same idea, cleaner, less messy.
Straight line.
Right? It's from the end of your words all the way to the end.
Okay. Okay.
Very good. And let me see, what's next?
4.
4. Okay. What do you think that means?
Like what am I paying them for? So new tires?
Now, do you think that we always have to fill that line in?
I feel like you should.
Okay. So a check is equivalent to cash, right? So if I go to the bank and I hand them $100, do they ask me what that's for?
No.
Why not?
Because you're just getting money.
Because it doesn't matter. Who cares, right? It's none of their business. So what if the bank doesn't care, if it's none of their business, why might we fill that line in? There's 2 good reasons.
So that whoever's cashing it knows what.
There's one.
Okay.
What other one might you think of? Think of somebody like me, somebody whose brain's all over the place and is a train wreck. What might I
Who
write?
wrote it knew what they were writing the check for.
Exactly. So it's optional, but it can tend to be helpful. And I think we've got one more.
That's just my signature, right? Just signature.
Correct.
Okay.
Very good.